All right, so you guys heard of the 53 illegal immigrants that died in the back of a semi-trailer? They were being smuggled over here from Mexico. And Greg Abbott had a press conference on it, and Kamala Harris, as like a rebuttal to his press conference, she blames Abbott for the problems that we're having at the border. She blames Greg Abbott, said that he's making it political. And she blames Trump.
How the governor of that state responded really highlights part of the problem, because his response, where there are 50 dead bodies in his state, is to go straight to politics instead of dealing with the realities of the issue. The realities of the issue include what we need to do on the issue of smuggling, for example. And so our administration has been taking that quite seriously.
Believe it or not, guys, that's how dumb Democrats are. They say that shit because Democrats are so dumb, they'll believe it. They believe that our border is wide open because something Trump did. Idiots. You gotta say independents are stupid too, because if they're not a Republican by now, you're fucking stupid.
We have a broken immigration system that was decimated by the last administration. And we've been trying to, and we are on the path doing it, to fix that broken system.
Did you hear Kamala Harris blaming Greg Abbott and Trump for our border problems?
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
I don't know where she lives. She must be
Kamala?
like, yeah.
She's our border czar.
Yeah.
She's looking for the root causes of it, and apparently it's Greg Abbott and Trump.
Well,
you can believe that
she
shit?
might be our next president. I've heard that too.
Well, she had less than 1% when she dropped out, when she was running, and she became vice president. So these Democrats, they fail upwards.
Yeah.
Right?
How does that work? I've never
I don't know. I don't understand. You need a lot of stupid voters and some donkeys, if you know what I mean. Carlos, Kamala Harris, she's blaming what's going on at the border. She's essentially blaming those 53 illegals that died in that semi-trailer on Governor Abbott. It's his fault.
Wow.
He's made it political.
Wow.
Isn't that insane? Do you think the Democrat voters, they probably think it's Greg Abbott's fault too, right?
Most of them, yes, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of them are.
So Kamala's saying that Trump, it's essentially his fault that the border is so bad, because of his policies.
Even though 80% of the Democrats think that the country is going in the wrong direction.
The wrong direction, yeah.
80% Democrats.
Yeah.
But still have 20% that, you know.
People always forget about the open borders. We have so many problems. Open borders?
Yeah.
Open borders in our country is a big deal, and the media don't even talk about it. We have so many other problems that the media can talk about, and they don't even bring up.
Cover.
Yeah, they run cover for the Democrat Party.
Right, yeah.
Our media. We don't have media. We have propaganda. That's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Levittown.
Where?
Levittown, Pennsylvania.
Levittown?
Levittown. Right near, almost near Philly.
Oh.
I don't like to say that part.
Are you like a suburb of Philly?
Kind of, yeah.
The crime's pretty bad there, I heard.
Philly God's terrible, but we try not to go to Philly. But we had to fly out of Philly, so my daughter, she came from Vegas.
Is it hard to get a concealed permit there?
No, I have one.
You have one?
Yeah.
Good for you. Yeah. So, hey man, Democrats want to let all the criminals out of jail.
Oh, I know.
You got to have a concealed carry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
So, what are you here on vacation?
Yep.
Yeah.
On vacation, and we came just to see Jeff paint the truck.
You're awesome. You brought your daughters with you?
Yeah, my daughter Kim and Teresa.
Awesome.
Over there trying to get
So, hey, did you hear Kamala Harris blame you heard about the 53 illegals that died in the back of that semi-trailer?
Yeah.
She blames Greg Abbott. She blames him for that. Yeah.
Why? The governor?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know why.
It isn't Biden's fault that he lets everybody and their grandmother come through the
What did you
border?
hear? The Supreme Court, they overturned that Trump's stay in Mexico thing.
Oh, yeah.
What's the Supreme Court thinking there?
I don't know.
That's just going to get more people killed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't have to stay in Mexico now. They come straight over.
I think the illegal stuff is terrible.
Yeah.
It's awful.
They can just come straight over. That has nothing to do with Trump. Trump tried to keep them in Mexico. So how can they blame this on Trump?
I have no idea.
She does, yeah. She said Trump made the border such a mess, it's his fault. That's what she says.
What a joke.
I know. But, you know, Democrats that hear that, they believe it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they drink whatever Kool-Aid CNN pours on them. Right?
MSNBC.
What do you think about Kamala blaming Trump for the border problems that we have, and Greg Abbott?
We didn't have a border problem until they started letting the illegals cross over without any warrants. Yeah, exactly. But the Supreme Court in New York knocked down the, you know, only Americans can vote.
That's good.
Yeah, they needed to.
Why would illegals come here, I wonder?
Free everything.
Free everything.
college.
Yeah.
Right, us people work for a living and we have to pay $5 for gas.
Yeah.
$8
Your
for
tax
ticket.
dollars get to pay for illegals. Health care is free in California now. They just passed that. Free college too, probably.
Oh yeah, free college.
Why are we giving the free college and health care to illegals?
Because
is Democrats that do that.
Democrats are kissing their ass because they're future voters for
Yep.
them.
They got a plan to someday make these illegals legal.
Yeah.
And it'll be votes for Democrats, because Democrats are going to give them all this welfare and food stamps and free college and health care. You know, can't blame that on Trump.
No.
No.
They want to blame everything on Trump.
Yep.
But when Trump was in office, we didn't have high gas. We didn't have the food shortages. We didn't have the food plants blowing up, catching fire and that. They are going to starve us.
Yeah.
So
It's the great liberal world order.
all at
They're-
once. And
Biden's
they
talking about
finally
it's a
need
liberal
to-
world order now.
Horses didn't die. and
Yeah.
Chickens.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they can't kill us if they don't blow up our food supply. They can't starve us to death. They can't starve babies if there's plenty of baby food around.
Yeah, it's all at the border.
Yeah, it's all at the border feeding the illegals.
Of course not.
Okay, so you live in Las Vegas?
Yes.
What's that like?
It is pretty good. I mean, minus the fact that we have a Democratic governor,
Yeah.
and apparently we had issues during the whole voting as well.
Well, maybe in the midterms we can change that. Is your
would be
governor up for
great.
re-election, I wonder?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't
Do
really,
you vote?
I do,
Yeah.
but
You vote red all the way down the ticket?
I do. So
Yeah.
it's been much, well, at least I have for the past so many years.
Hey, let me ask you, have you heard about the 53 illegals that died in the back of that semi?
did not.
There was 53 illegals. You know how they smuggle them over here?
Uh-huh.
They smuggled them over in a trailer, and
Did they die?
apparently they were locked in there, and some of the little kids in there lived.
That's wild.
Yeah, but Kamala Harris blames Trump and Governor
How would that be
Abbott.
his fault?
I don't know. This is what they do.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, didn't they blame him when all the illegal border crisis was happening?
They
It
blame
was
him
all
for
his
everything.
fault?
Yeah.
That's so
I'm surprised they're not blaming him for the high gas prices and the inflation.
I'm sure it's his fault as well.
Yeah, it's Trump's fault.
Everything
Yeah.
seems to be
Or
his fault.
Putin.
Putin did it. Putin. Hey Skip, according to Kamala Harris, those illegals, Kamala,
Who's she?
she's the border czar. According to her,
who's missing in action?
it's Governor Abbott is making making it political with those illegals dying in that trailer, and apparently it's the problems we're having at the border. It's going to be Abbott's fault and Trump's fault. She said Trump left the border a mess.
Well, we all know whose fault it is.
Yeah.
It's Biden and Kamala's
Of course it is.
fault. Of course.
Yeah. It's called projecting, right? Accuse everybody else of the shit you're doing.
Yeah, divert your-
These
yeah.
people, these Democrats, can't take responsibility for anything. And nobody gets fired.
I
Trump
know.
was good at firing people if they weren't doing... Yeah, if you weren't doing a good job, you got fired under Trump.
Yeah,
So-
Biden, they get promoted.
Yeah. I mean, look at Pete Buttigieg. I mean, that guy couldn't screw shit up any more than he is, and he'll never get fired.
Go to South Bend, Indiana, and see how popular he was.
That dumb bitch couldn't fill a pothole, is what I heard. You know what I mean? And well, look, I just did a video on Rachel Levine. She's our assistant health secretary, 4-star admiral. He's a pediatrician.
That's someone to be proud of. And,
Yeah.
and we wonder why the rest of the world hates
Yeah.
us.
And that Yellen bitch, she's screwing everything up, and our inflation has gone to hell
Name
because
one.
of Biden and the lefties wanting to pump all this money into the so-called economy. It's not going into the
People,
economy.
ask yourself, people, what one area of our government or our country has improved since these jackals have been in office?
Nothing.
Not one.
Nope. They blame everybody. It's Putin's fault. It's Governor Abbott's fault. It's Trump's fault.
I'd hate to be a Democrat in running this fall. You have no record to defend at all, except a bad one.
No.
To spin.
No.
You had to be a hell of a spinster to get out of this one.
Hey, vote Democrat, because we'll keep the open borders and we'll keep letting criminals out. Your gas will keep going up, and inflation. And we'll turn your kids trans.
Oh, my God.
Vote blue. Right?
You're making me ill.
Yeah. Democrats make me sick. Politicians lie on purpose. It's the people who vote Democrat, they're the idiots.
And it's easy to tell when they're lying because their mouth is moving.
That's it. They said Trump lied a lot. Joe Biden said Trump lied all the time.
Isn't it amazing how everything's coming true that Trump said?
This dumb bastard has never told the truth yet. Biden. What a douchebag. He can't sit still on a bicycle without falling over. He can't climb up a few flights of stairs without tripping and falling. What a dipshit. Wayne, did you hear Kamala Harris blaming those illegals that died in the back of that semi? And she blamed Abbott.
Yeah, you know, I mean, these people are so delusional. I can't believe when I see these polls and they say he still has 30-some%. I'd love to know who the hell they are.
That's Democrat polls.
Well, of course it has to be.
When they say 30%, they mean 3%.
I have not spoken to one person in a store. I was at the hospital with a friend of mine that got taken into emergency the other day. I was talking to the nurses. A couple of them were Hispanic.
Yeah.
They're all saying the same thing. Joe's got to go.
Yeah. So Kamala said that the border's a mess because of Trump.
Yeah.
You believe that shit?
Well, like I said, I don't tend to listen to much that they say, Jeff, because as you know, A, it's not backed up by facts. Yeah. B, they don't care. And C, I really think they are very, very dangerous for this country. This is no longer just partisan politics. This is actual danger. They are ignoring the law. They are totally lawless, all of them.
Yes, they are.
They are.
Yep. And they take no personal responsibility for all the stuff they're fucking up.
Yep.
Right?
Well, and look at that stupid trial, and they got that girl there running her mouth.
Oh, the J6 bullshit.
She's
You may as well be watching a Saturday Night Live skit, dude.
The Secret Service has already refuted this. Yeah. How do you have any kind of a hearing when you don't allow any other witnesses or any other dissent?
Yeah, because it's a clown show, bro. Clown show.
It's exactly the kind of stuff they did in China and Russia, and now it's here in the USA.
We got to vote these pigs out of there.
Exactly.
Vote red, man. We got to vote red for the next 10 election cycles, right? We got to clear it out, man.
I pray every night. I'm 75, and I pray to God that there'll be a Republican still in office as president when I go.
Yeah. We're slowly losing everything, man. You know what I mean? But we can't quit fighting, guys. Or we will lose, for sure. I feel like we're winning. I feel like the red wave is going to be massive. And these Democrats will never change their tune. And they're just going to slowly get phased out. Follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. I'm on Getter, Truth Social, Instagram, and Twitter. So what are you waiting for? Follow me there. Do it!
When the Biden administration falls, it gets right back up again. Then falls and gets right back up again. Joe Biden is the leader we need for the fall of America. Biden 2024, if there's no one else. Paid for by the Hunter Biden's Chinese Communist Handlers Political Action Committee.